Children develop empathy by experiencing empathy. Okay, so for example, last night I'm getting ready for dinner with my kids. We're setting the table, getting the food out, and one of my kids was having a tough time, and so I just said to her sister, scooch over, let me get sister, and then I picked the sister up and gave her some hugs and love, and she regulated, and we went off to dinner. And then the other kid started getting really edgy and melty downy about setting the table, and she said some provocative things to me. I don't want to do that. This sucks. Okay, if I respond to that with a consequence, like, you have to do that. And if you do not set the table right now, there's going to be a consequence. It's not okay to talk to me like that. I'm not flaming the fan of her empathy. What she needs in order to experience empathy is for me to meet her in that moment, and she needs to experience my empathy. Okay, so I'm like, hey, babe, what's going on? Right? I take her to the couch. So notice I didn't say anything about the provocative words. I take her to the couch, sit her on my lap, rub her back, and then I'm like, what's up, sweet pea? And what she tells me is, you like my sister more than me. And I say, where'd you get that idea? What's happening? And she says, you told me to move over so you could pick her up. Okay, you see how these micro moments become meaning? And so then I get to say, oh, wow, yeah, that did happen. I'm so sorry. It's not the time for me to do the teaching. Just because I picked your sister up because she needed it doesn't mean that I don't love you. That is teaching, and I don't need it right now. I'm so sorry, sweet pea. That must have hurt really bad. I love you so much. And you might even add something like, I'm working hard to make sure that you and your sisters, you and your siblings, all get your needs met. I love you very much, right? But I have to relate to her like, yeah, that hurt. That was hard when I did that. That wasn't okay for you, right? I've got to acknowledge it and hold that was her experience. Was that my intention? Absolutely freaking not. And did it happen that way? Absolutely it did. And the way for her to develop empathy is for me to meet her there, hold her experience, and then I can say something like, you know what, sweet pea, come on. You want a piggyback ride? We'll set the table together. So she gets on my back. She's now getting the connection that she was craving. She knows that I understood her perspective, and we can move into setting the table, which is her job every night together, right? So do you see how I take the provocative words and I transition to a win-win for everybody? Yes. Does it take extra 3 minutes? Yes, it does. May the food get a little bit cold? Yes, it may. Is that okay? Yes, it is. This is how you build a culture of empathy in your home. We don't all get it right all the time.